Well, the saga involving Sesko and of course the big man Alexander Isak is not yet over. It's of course not yet over. For Sesko, is taking a new turn. But we know in the last few weeks that Newcastle United very much they've resigned their fate to losing Alexander Isak, so they are looking for a replacement for Alexander Isak. They have of course looked at Sesko. In fact, I can tell you a few days ago they already presented their of course proposal to Sesko. They presented what the course they want and hope that Sesko would help them achieve at Newcastle United. They are waiting for a yes coming from Sesko. When that happens, they will pounce and of course negotiate for the transfer fee of Sesko from RB Leipzig. But then on the other hand, there is of course a disgruntled player at Newcastle United. We all know who he is. It's a different transfer saga, right? It's of course Alexander Isak. He wants to go to Liverpool. His mind is made up. Well, personal terms for Liverpool, and of course, this young man Alexander Isak is not a problem in any way. He wants to go to Liverpool Football Club to play for them. Well, great things are happening in Liverpool. Liverpool, of course, signing fantastic players, and of course, Alexander Isak wants to go to that club. Well, Liverpool last season won the English Premier League. Probably that's the reason why that he of course wants to go there to see if he can win the Premier League. Right now, I can tell you that Alexander Isak has said he is not going to train again for Newcastle United until Newcastle United agree a deal to. In fact, he's not even going to train again. Not like until he's never going to train again for Newcastle United. That's what he has said at this point in time. Unless Newcastle allow him to, of course, leave Newcastle to join Liverpool. He has gone AWOL, that is absent without official leave. But Newcastle are, of course, treated with caution, considering that this guy is one of their most prized assets. Liverpool are willing to pay as much as 120 to 130 million pounds for the signature of Alexander Isak. That is not a problem in any way. They've of course already told Newcastle what they hope to do, but Newcastle are still for dragging and saying Alexander Isak is not for sale. That is what their stand is currently. The moment Newcastle gives the green light for the signature of Alexander Isak, then Liverpool would of course pounce. On the other hand, Newcastle quietly are going about their business in the transfer market. They've lost a lot of ground in terms of the number of players they would love to sign, which haven't really materialized for them. But I can tell you as a fact that Newcastle have not signed they've not signed a replacement for Alexander Isak. That's why they are foot dragging. All right, they're looking at Sesko. They're also looking at a couple of other strikers who, of course, maybe will come expensive or come cheap. But I can tell you for Sesko, he's not going to come for anything less than 80 million euros. That is for sure. That's of course what kind of drove away Arsenal Football Club from that deal. Well, the young man was becoming too expensive for Arsenal. Arsenal ran away and of course went to go for the signature of Gyökeres, who of course obviously I'm sure cost lesser than the RB Leipzig striker. All right, but then let's see how this saga it continues. Who knows when it's going to end? Probably now, in future, maybe yes or no. Hopefully.